Hey, what is up everybody, Blades for here, and today for you guys another video of Persona 5X. Inside today's video guys, we're going to be going ahead and doing a little bit of SOS here and seeing if we can get a little bit of a higher score than yesterday. And we did do some of this on yesterday's stream, in which we will be streaming once again today, so if you guys want to go ahead and jump into that, that should be around like 5 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon EST, so I look forward to seeing some of you guys there. But before we get straight into it, first hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, really does help me out and the channel as well. If you want to be a part of my community, be sure to look down below in the description. Should be a Discord link right there called Gotcha Metaverse, in which I'll keep all of you guys updated as possible on anything P5X related, where it's global, TW, JP, KR, and CN. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So first things first here, we're gonna go ahead and check out the whole build for my Ren. Now my Ren here is currently level 30 on the at least mirror image here. I do want to get that more, or at least mental image, sorry. And I want to get that a little bit higher, of course, just to kind of finish her out here. But we do have our stats looking pretty okay-ish. The only thing is I want to try and get at least my crit damage and crit rate a little bit higher than what it is. We have a ton of attack, so I don't really have to worry about that too much there. But we've slowly gotten all of our skills up. Now this skill here on skill 2, if you're not using it for DOT, you technically don't need to get it up too much there, but still we got the at least skill 2 up here, and we're trying to finish out on skill 1. I could probably get it done probably tomorrow or maybe later on today, depends if I decide to grind one of my confidants here. But she's looking pretty darn good right now. She's looking pretty good, and we don't have any dupes on at least her 5-star right now. We only have her A2, and I think I'm going to try to keep her at A2. I don't think I want to go for A3 really. It's just going to be upgrades to all the skills and showing at least how high they can go, which could very well be useful, but I don't think I should possibly go for A3 really. And we did get lucky for A2, so we might as well just stick with what we got. Mirror image type stuff here, we have these ones being at least a 4, 3, 2, 5, and then this is at level 4. I do need to grind more of these guys. These are like the hardest ones to really get up here, but I'm gonna see if we can score a little bit higher. Now yesterday we didn't have a whole like map out of what we were gonna do, and I think today is the same way for me, because I don't really have a map out of how I want to do her whole first half here. We're just gonna go with it and see what we can score. We scored about 12 million on the first one, but I want to see if we can get that a little bit higher, because I did notice that a lot of folks here, if we go ahead and just take a look at what is it called, take a look at the top here, a lot of folks have only done like the first half. For example, got this one here, and they've only done it with one team. A lot of folks have not done it with both the teams yet, and then now that we're seeing some people with both teams here, I'm starting to see a lot of people hitting that 20 mil here with at least their mods and hitting stuff like that. So I want to see if we can get a little bit higher with at least our Ren, seeing she is the one who's duped out the most in our team instead of our mod here. So for the team that we're going to be going ahead and using, we're going to use something like this here, having Cert be our first one here. We have Dionysus sitting there as well with at least our Jiko Kuten as well. Then of course for our actual team, we have Howler, Ford, Ren, and Futaba as the back line, or at least Futaba as our Navi. So we're gonna see if we can get any higher than this. I don't have many dupes on our Howler, so of course there's some things that we are lacking. Same as in mental image wise, we have a lot of things that are lacking for Howler's mental images, but we're still gonna get her up later on to see if we can make her do a little bit better. Because I really do think like with SOS now, mental image definitely does help a lot, especially when it comes down to those scores as well. The only thing that's a little bit of a downside with this is these guys hurt. They hurt a lot, so we will need to use items to kind of keep ourselves alive. So I'm going to try and at least focus on that as well, so see what we can do. So for the first turn, what I was deciding to do here, and this was just me throwing out some stuff here, we're going to do the same here as well. We're going to go ahead and get our debuffs off. I think the first one that we ended up doing was Marukunda, and then we're just going to continue going from here. Now I'm just going to immediately use our skill 3 with at least our cord, making sure we get that double damage off rip, in which this lasts for 2 whole turns. So I think we're already good, or at least we're going to be looking good pretty well. And then we're going to use our alt keys. Since we're at least A1, we're able to use this on the turn 1. And then I'm going to pop off the skill 1 to get up our crit rate a little bit more here. Now overall she does really good, I won't lie. Like I'm genuinely surprised that our Ren actually does really good. And unfortunately we did get frozen, so that's going to be a little bit of a problem, because it is going to hurt us a little bit for some of our damage capabilities. But I think we might be fine as long as that doesn't become a huge trend throughout the entire like fight. I think we could be pretty okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and use this right here. And then I think instead of using our Ren again, let's just go ahead and pop this off. Use Howler's skill instead. Get this hit on in. And then since Ren is actually hit with the frost as well, we're gonna have to play a little bit safe to some extent here. So go ahead and use this, go to over to here, and we don't technically need to heal at this point in time. Our hits are already going to be kind of iffy. So what I'm gonna think to do is let's just go ahead and just single target buffer. And then the next round, we'll probably use our heal. So just go ahead and use this, use our single target, or use our little skill buff right here, and then go for a little bit of damage. Now, use one sword slash. Hopefully we get some decent damage off of this, and which I wish thinking Futaba would move out the way so we can actually see that, but she's always getting in the way when it comes down to that. Wish there was a way to kind of disable it, but oh, hello. Okay, so that was the insta kill. That's the first time that we've actually had the insta kill happen. So yeah, no, she just got minked. She just got minked up there. I mean, I guess it gives us another chance to at least see if we can hit a little higher, or at least not get frozen this time. So I mean, like, I'm not too mad about that, but this is probably not even probably, this is one of the harder type SOSs for me. I'm not gonna lie, this thing does a lot of damage, and it's mainly because the amount of at least enemies you're gonna be facing. For the record, I'll just be honest, Ren does too much damage to these folks, but I do have to admit, they really do pack a punch. They pack a huge punch, and it's gonna be kind of a problem for some people as well when it does come down to this, because you got to make sure your characters have enough HP to kind of survive. And then of course the tactic of living in general is always going to be a little bit iffy. But oh, we got frozen again, which is a little bit of a problem here, unfortunately. I was hoping that we wouldn't have gotten frozen there, but dodged the first attack. We took that second attack to the face there, took the third attack to the face, and I think the next two, oh no, next one we took that to the face, but we at least dodged one of them, so I'll at least take that. I'll take what we can get right now. But let's go ahead and debuff with our skill 1. From here, I think we can go ahead and just do what we did last time. Pop off at least Howler's little ult here. There's no point in popping off at least our Ren's ult. I just don't see it necessary, especially with how we already have that freeze there anyways. I just don't see it necessary to do it. And then from here, this is where things are a little bit iffy, because if it does hit the right way, we could get insta killed. Though if it doesn't, then we're pretty much okay. We can just go by our day. So I am taking a little bit of a gamble here. So go ahead and get our buff in, use our little sword attack, and boom, decent damage coming out right there. And of course, Futaba getting in the way as usual, man, as usual. But see how much he does. Oh, okay, he dodged. Okay, that's a nice dodge. We ended up getting away from that. Okay, no insta kill. That's good for us. Uh-oh. Ah, they doubled down. No, we didn't have this happen at all, at least yesterday, which is wild. We managed to dodge every last one of those, or at least not get tapped by those. So this is where the scary parts become at least real here, because now we have to get through at least, I want to say, the second turn. If we can get through the second turn, we're already looking good. But it's gonna be kind of hard because they are not letting up this time around. It seems like that's gonna be way harder than yesterday. Unfortunately, we had that streamer luck when it came down to actually doing this whole method. So yeah, it's not looking too pretty. It's not looking too pretty right now. But going ahead and doing this once again here. I don't really think I have to explain this side of things. And from here, skill 1. I am trying to see at least if we can hit a little harder with our girl too, because she has been hitting kind of iffy. We're trying to see if we can hit a little bit harder than this. So of course our crit damage is fairly low, so I don't expect too much with that one. We did dodge the freeze, which is always great. That's always a good thing here. So I am still worried about taking all this damage here, because we do have a good chance of still getting Thanos snapped. So gonna have to be a little careful here. But once again, I'm gonna go ahead and utilize at least Howler's little move. This time we're not getting frozen, so that's absolutely amazing. We can actually kind of live our life a little bit here. And instead of buffing, I don't know, I'm tempted to just go ahead and kind of save ourselves here. So instead of buffing, we're just going to go ahead and heal, because at the end of the day, we are still on Dionysus. So I could possibly just get the what's it called, get the buff from using a highlight with Wonder. So what I'm going to just go ahead and do, we're going to heal off that, make sure everyone's looking pretty darn good, making sure everyone's getting capped out. So as long as no one's getting like triple tapped, I think we'll be fine. And let's go ahead and use this. Get at least 400k, 2.4 million. Dang. Okay, that was actually a wild little damage marker there. So awesome to see. Ford's gonna survive this, of course. I don't think we're low enough to really die instantly to this. I think we have to be at least at half for them to actually try to get the instant kill off. So we're already looking pretty decent right now. Yeah, we're looking good at the moment. So this is perfect. Now this round, we're going to go ahead and get these guys down, at least for Ren. So we're setting back up once again here. And I think what we can do is we can just immediately attack. So what we're going to go ahead and do our debuff. And then we got our form back, most likely with Ren. So we're going to double buff her again. I think we can use Ford's skill 3 as well this round. So we should be able to go ahead and do that. So with this in mind, do I want to take the chance? Yeah, let's just go ahead and do this immediately first. Get the buff off. This is our like damage round here. So we got our buff off. Go ahead and use Terrakaja. That on off as well. And then Cord should have her skill 3. Yep, which is perfect, because now we can actually get this buff on back on here. Use this here as well. And then I think the next round is where we deal some big boy damage. So that did 1 million nearly alone here. So that's already good looking at the moment. That's already amazing. And then let's go ahead and use our sword attack once again. And that did 2.3 mil. So look at that, freaking amazing damage right there. We are taking some heavy hits now. What I'm gonna have to do, seeing how much damage we did just take there, next round we're gonna have to heal again. So that's gonna be perfectly fine, but I don't know. I don't know how fine it's gonna be. Actually, no, we might not need to heal. I might be okay, but I definitely need to get some health back. So I think we can get health back, because I think we will have another Ford ult soon, if I'm correct. And if I'm not correct, well, then we'll just go ahead and edit accordingly. But no, we won't have another Ford ult, so that does kind of suck there. But go ahead and use this here. I feel like we can get away with this. I feel like we can get away with it. As long as they don't tap our Rin too much, I think we're pretty much good. So we got a Frost, unfortunately, which this is where things are going to get a little bit kind of crazy here, because everyone is fairly low. I think we can survive this onslaught of just hits as long as Ren maybe dodges one more attack. Ooh, wait, she's looking kind of bad here. Okay, good. We lived it though. Lived the onslaught. Absolutely amazing. And I think, is this the last round? No, we have 2 more rounds. So no matter what happens here, we need to go ahead and actually use our Ren here. We got to make sure Ren doesn't die. So first things first, use this immediately. We're going to go ahead and utilize this as well. Get some more low damage off. Nothing too crazy with this. And then use our handshake move as well. And then from here, I think we can just go ahead and say, forget the buff on this one, and we're going to go ahead and use an item. Now, what I need to do immediately is, just in case, we're going to swap to this, immediately use our item here. Because technically we would be healing with Dionysus, just I don't think Dionysus will give us enough health. So what we're going to immediately do is just not pay attention to that. Use our skill 1 here, and then that means the last round we should have our whole skill 3 ready. So this round we're going to transform, setting up everything for the next round here, and use our skill 1, helping out our crit rate here. And so this is the round that we got to survive. If we can survive everyone from at least taking some heavy damage here, we're going to be fine. So boom, she's going to live that. That's perfectly fine. Either way, she's full health. So he should live this because he's still not below half. Let's see who's getting hit again. Okay, he's going to live that easily. And then she's going to live that easily. So boom, look at that. We made it to the last round here, looking pretty darn decent. We have 9 mil underneath our belt here. So I feel like we're doing pretty decent, but I don't know. It looks a little iffy. Hitting that 12 mil marker is going to be kind of hard again, but use our skill 3 here. Luckily they're weak to fire again, so we're already looking good. For this one instead, we're just gonna go ahead and pop this on off here, get the rebellion ready, and then here we're gonna go ahead and use this, making sure we get that damage up ready as well. Pop off our skill 3 just to make sure we get that double damage ready again for the ultimate. And I feel like we're looking pretty darn good. This should deal at least 1 mil. Yeah. No. Oh, that actually did very little. I expected a little bit more than that, but all right, we got our crits here. Let's see how much damage we can get off and use this. All right, so that's around, is it 12 mil? Okay, yeah, so we're at 12 mil, 13 mil right there. Looking very good immediately, in which even if we died here, it wouldn't really matter because at the end of the day, we don't get any bonus points for staying alive. So either way, we're looking good. 13 million. So I think we did actually a lot better this day. We got at least another mil higher, which is always great, leaving us with 13 mil. And I think this propelled us to, let's see, how high are we? How high are we? We are at 69 for at least the ranking. So not bad, not bad at all. I think the only team that I really got to kind of like refine is my Mont team, because of course at the end of the day, my Mont is not ultra strong here. So I might have to just refine that, and that's just what we're gonna have to go with. Or I'm gonna have another little experiment later on to see if it can do better than at least my current Mont team here. But that was all we're gonna go ahead and go over today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please do smash that like button, which beforehand and consider subscribing if you are new. We do daily videos of P5X all the time. And as always, check out the link down below in the description called Gotcha Metaverse. It should be our Discord, in which I'll keep you guys information, or at least up to date with information for P5X and anything regarding it. So till next time, everybody, peace out.